So, you were supposed to go to a train show in another country, but instead decided to get sick and couldn't go. What do you do with all that money you put aside to spend at the train show? Find out after the titles. See you in a minute. Hey everybody, Anthony Dodge, Mile Train Outsider, the Märklin Outsider, here with another First Impressions video. As everyone should know who follows this channel, I was supposed to go to the UK, Joyce and I, we're going to go to the UK and attend their big show, Getz, and unfortunately we both came down with the sea flu, the pandemic, the showstopper, so we were unable to go. But I did have some money set aside and planning to buy some things over there, but since I didn't go, I decided to go ahead and splurge on a couple of things that I was not planning on buying, but the opportunity is there now, so I'm going to go ahead and buy it. So this just arrived today, and you might hear it in the background running in while I go here. This is, and I'll get it up on the shot here, whoops. This is Märklin 39321. It is a class V320 diesel locomotive. Now, I saw this several times when I was in Germany at different shops. I saw it when it came out, and it was interesting, but I didn't see how it really fit in until I saw a video where a gentleman was using it pulling his Lux cleaning cars, and Joyce said, oh, that works with your cleaning cars. I said, yeah, but I'm not planning on getting it. But since I've got a little spare money now, yeah, I went ahead and ordered it. But not from Lippe. Lippe does not carry it because this is a MHI, a Märklin Händlers Initiative, the Märklin Dealers Initiative. So I bought it from an American shop. I probably paid about $50, $60 more than if I had ordered it from one shop in Germany. I could have, but I got it in 2 weeks faster time. It is quite possibly the biggest locomotive. It's clearly the longest, and I will weigh it in after I get done running it in and give you all the details. But this is going to be a nice little freight locomotive. Little. Boy, that was never a more misused term. It's going to be a big locomotive, but it's going to be used to pull freight at times, but also pull my cleaning cars, which need a strong locomotive. So we'll see if this is up to the task. So let's get it onto the track when it's done running in and take a closer look at it. Alright, so here it is up on my track, my main lines. And right away you can see what a distinctive color and shape. Now this is a class V320, which is an extended, highly upgraded version of the V160, one of the more common and popular German locomotives. I think they started in the 60s, maybe late 50s, which today are known as the Class 216, but it's clearly much longer. This model comes in at 28 centimeters over the buffers. 28 centimeters. That is 10 inches and about 1/8 to 1/4 of an inch. 10 and 1/8 of an inch. At least 2 inches longer than my next longest locomotive. This is a monster. It also comes in at a weight of at least 740 grams. I say 740 grams at least because I'm not sure my scale was able to get a full and accurate reading on it because it's too big for my scale. But at least 740, which makes it 120 grams heavier than, which is about 1/4 of a pound, heavier than my next heaviest locomotive. It is a beast. So let's look at the detailing. Separately fitted windshield wipers, even comes with a driver inside. And just nice detailing all along, looking down at the print, which to me is the biggest sign, is when you can get really quality print at such small size, because this is really zoomed in. And when you look on top, it is a diesel, but 4 separately fitted fans, which are separate and do, from my understanding, spin. I have not messed with them. Now this locomotive comes, maybe we'll give you a far away view. Now this livery is from HF Wiebe company, and they are track maintenance. They do track construction and maintenance. So this is similar to in the UK Network Rail. These guys, DB service. There is a Class 216 model in the same livery made by Märklin, also available in Trix. This is also available in a 2-rail Trix version. It comes with 27 sound and light functions. I don't know if you'll see the light coming on in the interior here, as well as it lights up above. There is cab lighting. On both ends. So that's just a few of the functions. Now this was already run in. It came earlier today, and my grandson Kyan was really excited to have it. So we got it out and we're running it in today. Ran in very quietly, very smoothly, but it is big and it is heavy. And I intend on using this to pull my track cleaning cars, my 3 Lux cars. So let's go ahead, get this in motion, and see how it handles going up the incline on a couple of passes. You can see those fans do spin. Now, from my understanding, this has drives on both axles, pickups on both axles as well. There it is, going up the incline. Going about 1/3 speed. Definitely no obvious slowdown. So we're going to speed it up just a little bit. Now about half speed. Trying to get a close-up of those fans spinning.
And again, no signs of any issues going up that incline.
Okay, so what are my first impressions with this Class 320? Right out of the box, it's impressive size and weight. And then, yes, well-detailed livery. Absolutely eye-catching, you know, just that bright yellow, sort of like that Loco Taurus I picked up last month. Just yellow is not a common color with a lot of locomotives, so it just stands out that way. But its size and weight just make it a monster, and I say that in a good way. It is a beast, and clearly with the dual drive axles, bogies, and pickups on half of the 12 wheels that it has, I think you clearly have something that was designed even as a model to do some heavy duty work. It ran in smoothly for such a big machine. It doesn't clunk, it doesn't carry its weight poorly. It definitely is a smooth runner. Has just a little bit of a sound in the motor, so I will keep an ear out for that. When I was running it in, it started off quiet, but you started to hear just a little bit of a high pitch buzz to it, and it's not consistent either. So we'll keep our ears out for that. But running, it's just, it's gorgeous. It is an amazing machine, and it is by far the biggest and heaviest locomotive in my fleet now. And that's important because its primary job is going to be to pull the 3-car track cleaning set I have by Lux, which includes a vacuum car, a rail scouring car, and a third rail scouring car. And those with motors moving and vibrating while they're being pulled, you know, your standard basic locomotives probably don't want to be pulling all 3 of those at one time. I think this one will handle it with no problem. In fact, it's going to be put to use for that right after I'm done making the video. I'm going to start having my tracks cleaned and see how this handles doing it. So, very impressed with it. First impressions are, you know, I don't grade. I'm not here to convince you to buy it or not buy it. It's just out of the box. It is clearly one of Märklin's better machines, and that's high praise because I haven't opened a Märklin where I've been heavily disappointed out of the box with it. I've got a couple that as they've aged maybe aren't as good as they were coming out of the box, where after a year or so of running they seem to have they struggle a little bit now pulling bigger weights and going up the incline. So time, as I always say, is the big decision on whether it's a quality buy. But that's why we call these videos first impressions. And when you buy locomotives like this, where it's very hard to return them, you really want it to grab your attention out of the box and first run-ins. And clearly this has been very impressive. I won't say I had doubts about it, but you always have concerns that when something is as big as this is it going to do well? But I have heard a lot of people love this. When I looked at it at a couple of shops, people said, that's a great locomotive, you really should get it. And the first couple of shops I visited in Germany where I saw it, and then I saw it at the Märklin, of course, they had them in stock, and I really was tempted to get it at the Freiburg train shop that my wife and I visited, and I talked myself out of it because it was expensive. It is potentially the most expensive loco I've bought. There's a couple that might be in the running, but I think this is the winner. It's the biggest, it's the most powerful, and it is probably the most expensive locomotive I've bought. But out of the box, it hits me as a winner, and I think I'm going to enjoy it. We'll see how it handles its job it's about to do. So anyhow, I've been waffling on there. I've hit the time of year where a lot of my reservations are starting to come in, so I have been notified, not by my model train shop, but by a couple of people, that a couple of my reservations are hitting the stores, that they have been released from the factories and they will be in the shop. So I could get a notice this week and have another new locomotive next week, maybe even two, because rumors are the big Märklin release for 2023 is being released this week. We'll see if it's true or not. So until then, I will say Auf Wiedersehen, tschüss, and happy trains. Take care, everybody.